Today our topic is queue using linked list. So we already learned in our previous video, linked list can be defined as collection of objects called nodes that are randomly stored in the memory. A node contains two fields, that is data stored at that particular address and the pointer which contains the address of the next node in the memory. The last node of the list contains pointer to the null and the first node address is stored in a location called external pointer or header. Queue is an abstract data structure. Queue is open at both its ends. One end is always used to insert data and the other end is used to remove data. Queue follows first in first out methodology, that is FIFO. The data item stored first will be accessed first. Queue using linked list. Before learning this video, please consult our previous videos of this series on linked list and also on queue. Then this video will be more clear for you. So we already learned queue is a linear data structure which follows FIFO, that is first in first out method. The two ends of a queue are called front and rear, where insertion always takes place at the rear end and the elements are accessed or removed from the front end. So what is the disadvantage of implementing queues using arrays? Here we cannot increase the size of array. If we have more elements to insert than the capacity of the array. If we create a very large array, we will be wasting a lot of memory space. Therefore, if we implement queue using linked list, we can solve this problem as in linked list nodes are created dynamically, that is at the time of run and as and when required. So, using a linked list, we can create a queue of variable size and depending on our need, we can increase or decrease the size of the queue. Thus, instead of using the head pointers with linked list, we will use two pointers, front and rear, to keep track of both ends of the list. So, rear end is our inserting end and front end is our deleting end. Queue using linked list. See the discussion. Queue using linked list. I want to insert these nodes 11, 22 and 33 in queue. Okay, I have to initialize front and rear as null. Means front is a variable that can hold address of any node. Rear also a variable that can hold address of any node. I initialize both front and rear as null. Now the function queueInsert. Function name is queueInsert. I am passing the node info which I want to insert. First time it is 11. So what is the value of x? X is 11. Now first I create the node using malloc. So malloc allocate at the time of run struct node size memory chunk and it returns the initial address, that is q. So what is q arrow info? It is x, that is 11. So q arrow info is 11. And what is q arrow next? It is null. Now check if rear equals to null. First time rear is null. So front equals to q. So value of q is also value of front. So front equals to q and also rear equals to q. So if there is a single node, then both front and rear points to this node. Next time, when I want to insert another node, what is the value of x now? It is 22. So first you have to create the node using malloc and this node address is q. So this is our newly created node. Info is x. So x is now 22. And what is the value of next? It is null. So it is null. Now check if rear equals to null. Is rear is null? No, rear is this node address. So it is not null. So what you have to do? Come to this else. Rear arrow next equals to q. This is our node. This node address is rear. So rear arrow next equals to q. So in place of null, here you have to give q. And rear equals to q. But now rear points to this node, not this node. Say the address of first node is 1000 and address of second node is 2000 and 2000 is stored the next part of the first node. So this is the situation. Now I want to insert 33. So again I have to create this node using malloc and this node address is q. So Q arrow info is 33 now. Q arrow next is null now. Now check if rear equals to null. No, rear is 2000. It is not null. Then come to the cells part. Rear arrow next equals to Q. Rear arrow next means here. Here you have to give Q. Say value of Q is 3000. So rear arrow next equals to Q. Here it should be 3000. And rear equals to Q. This is also rear. So in this way you can insert nodes in the queue. See, this is the rear end and this is the front end. Now the function queueDelete. See, function name is queueDelete and here the return type is integer. Actually, I want to return the deleted node info part and it is integer. So the return type is integer. Now first check if front equals to null. Is front is null? No, it is 1000. So come to the cells part. Y equals to front arrow info. Front is 1000, front arrow info is 11. So Y is 11. Now check if front equals to rear. It is the case of single node. But no, front is 1000 and rear is 3000. So come to the cells part. Front equals to front arrow next. So now our new front is this. So this is our new front and return Y. So I have to return this 11. So I have to delete this node and return this 11. Next time when I delete this node, again you have to call queueDelete function. First check if front equals to null. Is front is null? No, front is 2000. So come to the cells part. Y equals to front arrow info. Front arrow info means now it is 22. So Y is 22. Now check if front equals to rear. Is front equals to rear? No, it is 2000, it is 3000. So come to else part. Front equals to front arrow next. Now our front is this node. The next up previous front. So front is this node, not this. And you have to return Y. So I have to return Y. So I have to delete this node and I have to return Y. Next time I want to delete this node. This is the last node. Now check if front equals to null. No, front is not null. It is 3000. So this come to this else part. Y equals to front arrow info. So what is Y? Y is 33. Check if front equals to rear. Means if there is only one node, that is the single node, then front equals to rear. So see, front equals to rear equals to 3000. Yes, this condition is true. Then make front and rear equals to null. Means after deletion, because no node is there in the queue. So what is our initializing condition? Our initializing condition was front and rear both are null. So here you have to make both null. Then you have to return this Y. So return this Y, delete this node and return this Y. Next time, again when I want to delete another node or another element from the queue, you have to call queueDelete function. First you have to check if front equals to null or not. Yes, front equals to null. Then just write one printf statement that queue is empty. Deletion is impossible because no node is there. Now see the programming for implementation of queue using linked list. So this is our program. These are required prototypes. This is node structure. And I initialize rear and front as null because initially no node is there, front points to null, also rear points to null. I declare rear and front in this way, struct node start front and struct node start rear, means front can hold address of any node, rear can hold address of any node and initially both are null. So this is our main. In main, I start one do while loop. This is one index. Option number 1 is insert, option number 2 is remove, option number 3 is display, 4 is exit and 5 is default. Take the choice from the user. And here I use switch case control statement. Then switch choice. Case 1 is insertion. So take how many number of element user want to insert. Say it is n. Then start one for loop for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Take the info and call queueInsert function by passing the info. In this way, we can repeatedly add new nodes in the queue. Now, case 2 is queueDelete function. Call the function queueDelete. This function returns the deleted node info part and that is stored in the variable I, then I print I. Case 3 is recent position. To see After some insertion and deletion, what is the recent position of our queue? Case 4 is exit. Now this is our queue insert function. We already discussed in this video. This is our queue delete function. We already discussed in this video. And this is display function. Function display. Here I declare one variable p. P can hold address of any node. Here I initialize value of p by the value front. Now I start one while loop. While p not equals to rear arrow next, I have to print info of p and I have to increase p till the value of p is rear arrow next. In this way, I can print the whole queue. Now I am showing the total program. See, prototypes, node structure, then main, then switch case control statement in main, queue insert and queue delete functions, and display function. Pause this video, try to do it by your own. So when I run the program, see, supply your choice 1. First I want to create the queue. Number of element you want to insert 5. Supply the first element 11, then 22, then 33, then 44, then 55. Want to see the whole queue. So case number 3. This is our queue. Now I want to remove. So queue follow which rule? Queue follow FIFO rule. First inserted element will be removed first. So 11 should be removed first. So it is case number 2. See, the deleted element is 11. Now again I want to see our queue. What is the recent position of queue? So it is case number 3. So this is the recent position now. Again I want to delete. So it is case number 2. So the removed element is 22. Again I want to see. So it is case number 3. So our queue is this. Now exit. Case number 4. So this is your programming assignment. Write a C program to implement queue using linked list. Pause this video, try to do it by your own. For getting more and more updates, please like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.